The Shahnameh, or the Book of Kings, is a long epic poem written by the Persian poet Ferdowsi between c. 977 and 1010 CE, and is the national epic of Greater Iran. Consisting of some 50,000 distichs or couplets, the Shahnameh is one of the world's longest epic poems. It tells mainly the mythical and to some extent the historical past of the Persian Empire from the creation of the world until the Muslim conquest in the 7th century. Iran, Azerbaijan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and the greater region influenced by Persian cultures such as Armenia, Dagestan, Georgia, Turkey, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan celebrate this national epic. 3. The work is of central importance in Persian culture and Persian language, regarded as a literary masterpiece, and definitive of the ethno-national cultural identity of Iran. After an opening in praise of God and wisdom, the Shahnameh gives an account of the creation of the world and of man as believed by the Sasanians. This introduction is followed by the story of the first man, Kiyumars, who also became the first king after a period of mountain dwelling. His grandson Hushang, son of Simak, accidentally discovered fire and established the Seder feast in its honor. Stories of Timuruz, Jamshid, Zarq, Kowa or Cave, Faradin and his 3 sons Som, Tur, and Iraj, and his grandson Manacher are related in this section. Almost 2/3 of the Shahnameh is devoted to the age of heroes, extending from Manacher's reign until the conquest of Alexander the Great. The Shahnameh has 62 stories, 990 chapters, and some 50,000 rhyming couplets, making it more than 3 times the length of Homer's Iliad, and more than 12 times the length of the German Nibelungenlied. The Islamic conquests of the 7th century brought gradual linguistic and cultural changes to the Iranian plateau. By the late 9th century, as the power of the Caliphate had weakened, several local dynasties emerged in Greater Iran. According to legend, Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni offered Ferdowsi a gold piece for every couplet of the Shahnameh he wrote. The poet agreed to receive the money as a lump sum when he had completed the epic. He planned to use it to rebuild the dikes in his native Tuz. After 30 years of work, Ferdowsi finished his masterpiece. The Sultan prepared to give him 60,000 gold pieces, 1 for every couplet, as agreed. However, the courtier whom Mahmud had entrusted with the money despised Ferdowsi, regarding him as a heretic, and he replaced the gold coins with silver. Ferdowsi was in the bathhouse when he received the reward. Finding it was silver and not gold, he gave the money away to the bathkeeper, or refreshment seller, and the slave who had carried the coins. When the courtier told the Sultan about Ferdowsi's behavior, he was furious and threatened to execute him. Ferdowsi fled to Khorasan, having first written a satire on Mahmud, and spent most of the remainder of his life in exile. Mahmud eventually learned the truth about the courtier's deception and had him either banished or executed. By this time, the aged Ferdowsi had returned to Tuz. The Sultan sent him a new gift of 60,000 gold pieces, but just as the caravan bearing the money entered the gates of Tuz, a funeral procession exited the gates on the opposite side. The poet had died from a heart attack.